Good evening, everyone. Oh shit. Sorry. Hope everyone's doing all right. Sorry for the late stream. I had plans to stream earlier, but I got caught up with working on a commission that I just finished. Not gonna be a terribly long stream today. Just a short one. Missed opportunity to show your short as the opener. Oh yeah, next time I should do that. But anyways, I've been sick for a week. I'm sorry. I'm feeling way better. I'm kind of not sick anymore, I don't think. Knock on wood. We're just gonna chill today, like just maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Tomorrow, I'll try to stream, maybe animation or just a more Silksong or something else. But I wanted to stream Metroid, but there's no store locally that has Metroid Prime 4, so I'm probably just gonna wait for Amazon to deliver it next week. And that'll be the end of that. Anyways, let me go ahead. Make sure that my controller's plugged in. And let me go ahead. Boot the game up. Oh, it's an H. I'm looking for like Silksong, not like Hollow Knight Silksong. Let's hope this captures. All right, I haven't booted the game. Full disclosure, I haven't played this game in a while. So I'm not saying anything. Just be aware that I have to readjust. As I started playing, I played like an hour and a half. So it's like I'm a little out of it. Okay. 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 All right. Hey, Norian. Welcome to the stream. Like I said earlier, I was hoping that I would have been able to play Metroid Prime 4 today, but I wanted to get a physical copy, not download it digitally. Mostly because, like, I feel like I don't really want to have to start picking between like what I have installed on my Switch 1. Which, by the way, I'm getting it on the Switch 1. I'm not buying a Switch 2 just for this game. Don't think it's worth it. Actually, kinda lost. Okay, I don't have a map for this area. Since that's what we're gonna hunt for. Yeah, exactly. One of the things that also, like, originally I was just gonna wait a little bit before I bought the game. Well, the thing is, I don't see the point of buying a Switch 2. Like, the Switch 2 is like $600. If it might be like a better investment for me to like just take, like, if I were to want to, like, if I really want to buy a console with that money, I just get a decent Steam Deck and that's it. Why would I buy a Switch 2 that's just locked to, that's only locked to Nintendo games? Especially considering I have a pretty big collection of Steam games that shit. Especially considering I have a pretty sizable Steam game collection, and you're not really locked to just only games that are on Steam. Like, you could probably just mod the Steam Deck to play other games. I've seen people like emulate a Switch games and other stuff. So it's kind of like, also Ross, I would say that you should pull up the Twitch chat onto the stream at this. I don't know that I want to put two chats concurrently. I don't know. Look, it only takes one time. I'm just gonna continue keeping it the way that it is. You don't even need to jailbreak the Steam Deck. It is Linux based. You could theoretically just add stuff into it, right? Steam, yeah, it's just a portable. Someone was telling me about the Rogue Ally, but well, every YouTuber now, every YouTuber ever is just like, oh, get the Rogue Ally, we're getting sponsored. I'm gonna go with the reliable Steam Deck. Oh shit. Okay, it's not. She doesn't jump down just like Hollow Knight. I need to be careful. Okay. So that's the lava that goes up. Let's go this way. I'm assuming this part I haven't explored. Now it's released. Interesting. Well, I don't really have a ton to do over here. When it comes to this, when Steam comes out with something, it's because they believe it should be the bar for the industry going forward. Yeah. Like, it doesn't make any sense for me to get the Steam Cube or whatever, but it does make sense for me to get a Steam Deck because Nintendo's probably not gonna like, at some point Nintendo's gonna stop offering support for the Switch. So I'm probably gonna be shit out of luck. Or at least they're putting out a lot of games for the Switch 1 still, but I don't think that's gonna be the case for very long. Holy cow, 84 years late. Nah, you're good. Silkdon. Knowing Nintendo sooner rather than later. I like Hollow Knight. I'm just not like, okay, this, full disclosure, hard games are not really my jam. I'm not very good at them. Oh, this lady. Third. Wheels sync together, yeah. It like the worst part is that it came in as like that those announcements. Big bug lady. Child wielding needle. What do you make of this huge road instruction? The scale of it all impresses me. This is merely an outpost of the citadel above, and their capital must be grand beyond measure. Yokara, perhaps. Oh. Why is my controller vibrating? Fender, alloy pins. Alright. Cool. I was gonna upgrade my PC, but I realized that it was gonna cost like $1,000 something to just upgrade my PC, and it's genuinely not worth the upgrade, because before it would have been just like a fairly simple upgrade, because all I wanted to do was upgrade my motherboard. I would obviously have to get like a new CPU, new RAM, and that used to be like cheaper, but now it's obviously not the case. Like as soon as like everything started going up, immediately it became like a $800, $1,000 upgrade just to like change a few components. And I used to have the more expensive part, which was the GPU, and now not anymore. Can't get those. I saw in a comment that someone's memory kit went from 180 to like, I can't even, god damn. And it wasn't like I was gonna get 64 gigabytes. I was just gonna upgrade I was just gonna keep the same 32 I had, but because the motherboard I want is DDR5, I wasn't gonna be able to keep my old RAM. It's not even Micron, it's just like everything in general. Micron's not making it any better, but yeah. Look, my one hope, okay, this is maybe like I'm snuffing some like hopium here, but I'm hoping that because like all these parts are going to be expensive to upgrade, I foresee that a few things are going to happen, which is that we're either going to go back to the console area, even though like consoles are going to be expensive. But Sony and other companies like to eat the cost of their consoles, or it's gonna come down to companies just making their games optimized for PC. Like we're gonna go probably back to games being optimized because people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, my computer doesn't run that, so I'm not gonna play that. Like, oh, how do I heal? Yeah, companies are just going to go back to optimizing because we used to take for they used to take for granted that you could upgrade. Like, oh, just buy a better GPU or just buy more memory or whatever. And it wasn't that it was expensive, but it was like more affordable or like easier to do. I honestly don't see how the end game. Well, I'm not saying it's gonna be a good end game, but there could be a silver lining, and that's kind of like what I'm banking on. Or the AI bubble bursts and like, you know what? I don't know. I'm trying to see like something positive. All right, I can't go here, I guess. Guessing I need double jump or something. I'm gonna go rest and make sure. I update my map. It wouldn't surprise me if the end of this shit will be priced out general public until no one is left and implode, but then oh, they're getting bailed out anyways. Like that's not, let's be real here. Sadly, the you know, I don't want to get really political, but the current administration in the U.S. has a huge hard-on for AI. Europe seems to be the only continent, at the very least, or like the European Union seems to be very like, let's put a brakes on the AI stuff. Let's evaluate what the issue is. Like, at least as far as I'm aware. My Gremlin never learned her talent at getting lost. I want these ones. Interesting. I'm, you know, I try not to be very, it seems like a boss. I try not to be very, like, doom and gloom. At the 7th bell toll, send 30 measures, 4 beats. This is just lore stuff. It said there was like a... Oh shit. Oh, there was a resting spot there. Alright, I guess I'll do this. Oh shit. My growth drive? Yeah, it's been doing alright. Force gaming, yeah. Who you be? Oh, small pointy bug. Why do you bother us at our work? Son of your craft called me to investigate. What is your duty here? Smith of some kind.
Nesvia? Weneda.
Aneda.
Mario.
Sting Shard, Magma Bell, Crafting Kit. Alright, I need to... Dude, I guess I need more rosaries. What was the craft meal? Rare element found. Use the skill. Okay. Shard pendant. Trinket worn. Allows to collect more shell shards. I'm gonna use this. Okay. Find the fleas. Alright, perfect. Yeah, but that's been doing all right. Guess I need double jump, or like the equivalent of what double jump is in this game. Alright, let's go up. Or, actually, I want to check out what's down here. In regards to that growth drive stuff, I'm only gonna do... one more. And then, you know, leave it at that. Because I genuinely... Oh my god. Put him down here. Oh my god. Okay. I mentioned this before, but I'm also going to restructure the way that Patreon works, or like just like the supporter things in general. Not be able to hit the head suck. Yeah, I'm a little not a fan of like how combat works in this game, but I mean, it's whatever. Hollow Knight was a little bit more satisfying to fight, to use. But what I'm probably gonna do is when does the funny bug say guarana? Guarana? This is not the way I imagine. At least not yet. Funny bug. What do we have here? Alright, I think this should be enough to buy the vendor stuff. You had a fever. Yeah. I'm feeling better. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you can parry. Also, the YouTube chat is set on top of the... Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I've done that. I've like changed it to live chat, but I can't do anything about it. I don't know why it defaults to that. But yeah, I'm feeling better. It's pretty terrible. All I ended up doing though was like watching Stranger Things, like just catching up with the previous seasons. And I just got to season 4, and boy is it rough to watch. It's like not ideal. I actually forgot how much I don't like that season. Like, don't get me wrong, season 3 was already pretty bad, but it wasn't the worst. What? What the fuck? I forgot how weak Hornet is. Here's the thing, like season 4 is they have no idea what to do. They were forced by Netflix to do another show. And it's clear that no one wanted to do another season. But they were forced. And it just doesn't have the same. What the fuck? Why? Okay. It just doesn't have the same oomph to it, and they retconned a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's there's kind of like not I don't feel like there's any passion. Everything in this game hits you for 2 masks. I don't know who designed it that way. Like, if everything's just gonna hit you for 2 masks, why not just give you less? Or do like a 2-hit thing? There's a lot to admonish this game for, but how dare I criticize the great Hollow Knight Silksong. Oh, maybe there's something over here. Let's see what's over here. Oh, you're good. At the very least, I can do that. Something here? Was this just a waste of time? I guess it was. Oh wait, let's buy the other pins from the lady. Right, then the next thing would be this. The vendor pins, but they're not. It's over here. Oh, come on. Ugh. But yeah, so like season 1 and 2 of Stranger Things is pretty fun. Obviously, they're never gonna capture the magic that was the first season, but season 2 does it pretty fine. I just think that every season just gets weaker and weaker. And it's not like a Breaking Bad show or something where like every season they start understanding the characters better, how to use them or whatever. They just like it's I don't even know if it's by design, but it's kind of like an 80s horror movie where like you had like Freddy, like, you know, Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, where the concept on the first time is great. It like they nailed it the first time. And then they keep doing it again, but it doesn't have the same impact. So I personally am not really a fan of, yeah, it just gets weaker. There's like, there's nothing fun to it. Or like there is some, I don't know, I like the current season so far, and season 4 was pretty good. I honestly like season 4 isn't the worst, but I didn't really like it very much because it felt like they have no idea what they're doing. They try to retcon a few things that I wasn't a fan of, and like the concept itself of like the other world or whatever. I don't know, like the whole Vecna thing, I wasn't really a fan of. Like, it's whatever, And the least interesting part for me of these, like, these shows is like when they start doing like teen angst stuff. Because it's like, this is so like... Hey, David. Welcome to the stream. The whole like... pluribus. I've heard very good things. I don't want to buy Apple TV Plus either. But I mean, it is a Bravo Vince show. I'm sure there's other ways to... I'm sure there's other ways to watch the show, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I don't know where. Been shiny hunting in Pokemon Legends Sa? Ooh. Like, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm kind of done with Pokemon until they prove that they can make a good game. Oh shit. What did I just get? My only issue with Season 4 was that early on it starts off pretty weak, but the fact that they introduced Eddie that season and end up making him like... I knew that, like, Eddie was likable. But anyways, well, Pluribus, I haven't heard anything about it other than it's good. My parents were watching it and they were like, oh, this is, like, they didn't understand it, but they're like, oh, it's interesting. Because I got my dad to watch, oh my god. That guy does so much damage. Oh, speaking of shows, did you guys... Oh man, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed because Netflix just bought Warner Brothers. If you think that's bad, then you have to do 100 bats for a shiny charm. Oh god. I mean, good luck with your shiny hunting. I know that's a big thing. That's never been my thing with Pokemon games, but I'm not that huge of a collector. I just get the waifus and then I move on. But... HBO makes good shows, though. Oh, you completed it. Holy shit. That's crazy. HBO makes good shows. I really, really, really wish Like, I really, really wish they kind of would have just stuck to their guns. I also don't know how Netflix was allowed to acquire HBO or like Warner Brothers, because that's a huge monopoly consolidation. Because within Warner Brothers, they have a lot of properties, so it's really concerning. No groceries for. Warner Brothers making multiple. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong with it. Because it's like they went with HBO and then they changed it to HBO Max, then Max, and then everybody was mad. They made like a few Looney Tune movies or like a few like highly anticipated movies, and they're like, you know what? We're not releasing it. Fuck it. It's like a financial loss. But why? That would have just net you a lot of money. You would have. It's not even only the JoJo streaming rights. They own Adult Swim now. So that means Netflix owns Smiling Friends. Another thing that I'm worried about is that, welcome back, Mistio. Here's the thing. What I'm worried about is I pay like $3 for HBO, right? I got a pretty crazy deal. I've only been paying like $3 a month. It's perfect because I do consume some of the HBO content. You know, every once in a while I'll watch like Lord of the Rings or a few of the Harry Potter movies, or I'll watch like, I don't know, rewatch Smiling Friends. Like my brother's like rewatching Gumball. Like all of that stuff is on HBO, and it's like Cartoon Network, which doesn't exist anymore. It's like Turner Company property. I am like concerned. Like, am I gonna have to start paying only Netflix now, or like are they gonna have like the services separate, or like the $3 that I was paying for HBO? Well, that's gone now. You're gonna have to pay Netflix, and we're gonna have all of their shit, all that stuff in that one thing. Which I don't know. I like them having rights to all of those things is kind of the worst, because they just make a lot of like Netflix makes a lot of terrible slop. For like that one Stranger Thing, you'll get like a million movies that are, you know, Adam Sandler garbage or whatever. Like, it's not. It's one in a million. Everything's terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. I like slop TV. I like trash TV. I like sometimes watching something terrible like Bachelors in Paradise or stuff like that. But generally speaking, the physical 100 though, true. But generally speaking, like I would very much prefer if there was competition. Because you know what the problem is? The problem isn't even like if Netflix makes like one really good show a year or something like that. It's that there is no incentive for these like streaming companies to compete with each other anymore. Because like HBO was the only company that would make decent content, or like Apple TV makes like the Apple TV. Not gonna lie, is like a bit more like HBO in its heyday, because they do consistently put out good stuff. But oh, what's that? Oh, it's Lady. Yeah. Fuck the last season. But now there's no incentive for like I'm still happy like Vince gets to make good shows. Let's go to the marrow. It's gonna get worse before it gets good. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of slop, but people are gonna be very oh, I don't know about that. I don't want to see that. I'm missing stuff here. If there's only one thing, people are still paying for it, so it's gonna get lazy. Look, it's like Nintendo and have its Pokemon games, yeah. Look, I can't talk myself because I bought Prime 4, even though like I know there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about it. But here's the thing. With stuff like Metroid Prime 4, if you don't buy it, they're gonna take it as like, oh, see, people don't want Prime games anymore. It flopped. But they don't understand like why certain games don't do good. Specifically for companies like Nintendo, where they just see like, oh, it's either like a flop or like good. But they don't read critiques, it like flies over them. They're just like, it did good, it sold or it didn't sell. If it sold well, they know like, oh, we're gonna make more of this IP. It doesn't matter what we do with it. With Pokemon games, for many years, I had this expectation like, oh, they should be doing good, they should be doing good. But... Oh, that's one thing, like... Yeah, like, why is something successful? Like, Pokemon doesn't understand why Legends Arceus was good. They did it, they did something different, people loved it, but they're like, okay, you can do better, but they still don't go all the way, they just like do half measures, with Pokemon at least. With Nintendo, it's like a toss-up, like sometimes they'll do something that's amazing, but they never, I don't know, it never feels like they fully commit to things lately. With Japanese companies, I wanted to bring up Capcom, and Capcom's like, fuck. A lot of Japanese companies are kind of fucked now because they went full force with the, oh, we gotta appeal to the mass audiences, without understanding why people love their games in the first place, why people love Final Fantasy or the quirky humor of Dragon Quest. And stuff like that. They're just like, oh, we gotta do like mass appeal games now. We like niche games do well for a specific reason. Like when someone makes like a niche game, and it does well, and like they're like people are excited for more of the thing. There is a reason. Like it's like when you change the tune of the game to like appeal to more people, like. That's what fucked up Monster Hunter, because they thought, oh, like, graphics is everything. Graphics is everything, we gotta dumb down the gameplay for people that consider regular Monster Hunter too hard. Where the whole reason of Monster Hunter is that the difficulty, the busy work, everything about it, that's what people liked. They kept making more of the same game, and that's why it was successful. I remember the 3DS era of the Monster Hunter games very fondly. Even the PSP era was like, to me, some of the best of Monster Hunter. Even though it was like tedious as fuck, and there were some necessary QOLs. But Capcom, like in their infinite wisdom, I don't know what they've been doing. Like they're doing right with the Resident Evil games, but everything else is like, they're missing the mark. They might get new players, but in the long, they will ruin the experience for long-term fans. Yeah. Well, here's a number for you. Well, not number, but here is something. Most people that come into a franchise completely new, when something is made for mass appeal, they will never stick, because they will play the game that's been catered to them, but then they're like, oh, this is all right, I want to see more of it, and then they do the same thing, but it's boring, or it's like it doesn't have the original charm. And most of the player base that originally loved a specific game are not going to be there anymore, and then the community is going to dwindle, and the new players are just like, oh, this game doesn't have really charm, like it's all automatic, or it's like all boring, or like I don't know, I don't understand it. Or they only played that one thing because it was like popular and a niche thing, and they saw that one YouTuber make a video about it. Oh, the game that you will never play. And then suddenly there's like a new thing and everybody wants to play it now. And then, you know, it's mass appeal or whatever. It's like, oh, it's a fair entry in the series of games, but I hope they go back to form. And they never did. Unless like it does pretty poorly and the company can continue making games, then they're like, all right, let's go back and appeal to this thing. But then you've already done that mass appeal game, and then the new players are like, oh, this game is too hard, or this game is not like what I was expecting. I wish they would do what they did with the other one, and like no one's going to be happy. So either commit fully to what you're doing, which is, I fucking hate the difficulty of these games, Hollow Knight games, but I will play them, I will bitch all the way through, but they remain committed to these games, and they remain committed to their what I consider not ideal design philosophy on getting hit with like being bodied and everything dealing damage to you. But by God, they did not compromise on their vision, and you have to respect the hell out of them. And people will play these games. Some people will never play them, but they will buy them to support Team Cherry, or they will play the game, but it'll take them like 700 hours because the game is really hard. And that's fine, but don't fucking tell a developer how to do their game unless you're offering good critique and telling them, hey, this can be improved, this can be improved. But make a game for a specific audience that you want to make. Don't make a game to appeal to everybody because you want to sell to everybody. Just make a game that you want to make, that you want to play. It doesn't matter if it appeals to nobody or if it appeals to like everybody. But make it how you want to make it, or play the games that you want to play. Don't ruin the experience for everybody. Don't come into like, I'm not trying to tell Hollow Knight people how to make their game, like Team Cherry how to make their games. Oh, this needs to have an easy mode. Fuck it. I will get my shit handed to me, even if it takes me long. But I will complete this game and earn my stripes. Example being that the anime producer that was belittling the Western audience for complaining that One Punch Man season 3, the problems existed way before season 2 rolled out, because Bandai owns the rights to the rights to One Punch Man, and to them, the least amount of money that they spend on a franchise, the better. So they're not spending a single fucking dime on One Punch Man. It looks like shit because they went to the cheapest person that they could find, which happened to be an asshole. That guy sucks. He tried to make excuses, but he picked up, like, I understand making that bag, like, oh, you have this like big franchise or whatever, but you willingly picked up an anime that you knew you were not going to be able to do. The onus is both on Bandai, the rights owner, and that director, or the studio behind season 3. Everybody's to blame. And that guy is just a piece of shit for pretending that, oh, it's like the Western audience or whatever. What did I just do? It's not even the social pressure. Look, I've spoken with people in the anime industry, and I've talked with an anime director, and one of the things we discussed. This was years ago. This is when I was living in Japan. I was trying to find a job in the anime industry just because I wanted to like stay and do something else. But I really wanted to be like a manga artist more than work in animation. But I was talking with a director, and he was explaining to me, we were talking about Berserk, and he was explaining to me that the big issue with Berserk was that the company that owns the rights to Berserk, they didn't want to spend a single dime on Berserk. And what they did is that they went to a company that was cheap enough to do stuff for them. And that's what they got. And the company that was like cheap enough, what they did is like, all of those companies in Japan, they outsource stuff. That's not an industry secret. Yeah, no, you can learn. All good. Thank you. Appreciate it. All they did really was they like these companies, they outsource all of the work, and that's not an industry secret. However, they for the 3D in that anime, what they did was like they went to like some people in Vietnam, and they're like, hey, can you do this animation for us? And they would just send them like pretty deep, like pretty big scenes. And when you're pressured to put something out as soon as possible for the cheapest amount of money, there's obviously going to be zero quality control. And a lot of these like outsourced companies, they're just going to be like, all right, like, you know, you gave us $3, here's what we can do. And they cut so many corners, like stuff that was meant for background characters, like, you know, the movement and stuff. They would do it for characters that were in the front. They would put trees in, like, it's a lot of stuff, but it's because like smaller budget, tight schedule, and it happens everywhere. It's not just like American companies trying to save a buck with like making shitty games, but it happens a lot in Japan. The anime industry is huge. They don't want to hire more people than they need to. It sucks. Bandai Namco is the one with the worst companies to be owned by. You either on their focus franchises or your Dragon Ball. With Dragon Ball, it's owned by Toei. Dragon Ball is like a weird franchise because I gotta heal. The games are owned by Bandai. The manga and a lot of the property is owned by Shonen Jump, but shared among like the Toriyama estate and you know, whoever is involved in the production of media for Dragon Ball. Then the anime is owned by Toei. It's weird. It's like a weird way. I don't know how nuts the current right issues are going on with Dragon Ball at the moment. Man, I love Dragon Ball. It's better than it's like the better One Piece. Toyotaro wants to start the super manga back up, but Toriyama's death it's been hell. Yeah, no, they're starting back up again. God damn it. I think I like Dragon Ball better than I like One Piece, frankly. Alright, Norian, have a good rest. I think a lot of stuff in it okay. I heard that One Piece is going to be seasonal now. I think my problem with I don't know how the fuck to heal. Well, what I will say is that Oda does a better thing at setting up lore and making like an interesting world that feels alive. Because Dragon Ball is very simple. The lore in Dragon Ball isn't necessarily the most interesting thing. It's just there's Saiyans, there's planet Earth, and there's a few things. But Dragon Ball understands its characters a little better. And there's, like... power scaling in One Piece is, like, the worst thing. Sanji and Zoro are, like, the same power level. But Zoro trains a lot more than Sanji does. Training means nothing in One Piece. The characters are strong enough to what the plot demands them to be. Like, oh, Luffy is strong in this chapter, but in the next one, he gets his shit caved in by everybody. As much as, like, I like Sanji and Zoro, I feel like their power, like, dynamic is shit. Like, Zoro and Sanji being equally strong makes zero sense to me, because Zoro is, like, training every fucking second that he gets, but then Sanji just sits around, it's like, I'm a cook, and then he just kicks. Zoro uses every fucking part of his being to fight. If you look at it through no, but that's what it is. Zoro's like lifting weights all the time. Sanji's just like doing nothing. He's just like, well, I'm gonna cook now. and then he gets into a fight, and then he's equally as strong as Zoro is. I mean, that's what it seems to me. Because, like, nothing, like, it doesn't, like, not, like, from the crew, the only ones that seem to matter mostly is Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. They've done nothing with Usopp. He like used this observation hockey like once, and then he hasn't done anything since the Obama administration. And they tell you all the time, guys, do you remember Luffy trained off screen during the time skip? Do you remember that? That's why he's so strong. But it's off screen. You don't like. He, like, most of the time now, he's just, like, sitting around his ass eating and then, like, getting lost. Or getting his shit kicked in. I haven't seen the latest arc, so I'm, like, not up to speed. Sanji had, like, an interesting arc with his family showing up. And then him getting, like, the suit, but then they're like, oh, no, the suit will make him evil. So he doesn't use it. Zoro legitimately is the only character that does give a shit about what he's doing in terms of like training, getting stronger, and like that guy has like, I have a goal in mind. I want to be the best swordsman. I want to be the best first mate to this guy. And by God, I'm going to train my fucking body, my soul, and my swordsmanship. And he does it. Like, you see him lifting weights. You see him like trying to understand what he's doing. Like, he does give a shit. Everybody else just does not care. Yeah, but that's kind of like a cop-out. Here's the thing, though. Like, Goku gets his ass beat, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna go train. And then he just goes and trains. But then it's palpable that he, like, shows his, like, power scaling in One Piece is like fucked. But with Dragon Ball at the very least, like everybody like is training and then like, you can feel that. And like the people that don't train, they get weaker. So like Gohan, fucking weak. Like he was supposed to be the strongest one, and then he stopped training, and then they had to like write Goku back into the story because of bullshit. And then Goku never stopped training, so he was like, when he showed up again, he was just like strong. And I mean, like, if like a character's pretty strong, it doesn't feel like they made him strong because of convenience, sort of. Like, I mean, there's a bit of it, but it doesn't feel unfair. Or at the very least, it doesn't feel like it's like, oh, we're just, you know, like, Cell is like fucking strong, and then he's still like, even if they train, they still lose. And Goku dies. Power levels are a bad narrative device. It narrows down the character's ability to do a single generic number. It removes any tactical thinking. I mean, that's usually what... Isn't that the whole crux of, like, all these, like, shonen anime anyway? Well, I mean, that's entire, like, One Piece is like that. Like, it's not a number, but it's like, oh, he has this ability, he has this ability, he has this. The Yonko are literally like a measure of power. The thing about the fights is also everything that happens outside of the fights. I would say pre-DBZ fights were my favorite. Dragon Ball, the original, is like the best of Dragon Ball. Because it's... Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to heal. This is the one thing I'm starting to dislike about the game is the walk back. Remember the fight where Krillin fought the Reddit moderator and he couldn't smell him? Okay, I got it. Fuck off. You bugs. You have to kill everything. Nothing in sight. Goku having to remind Krillin that he has no nose. Damn it! Fuck! Like, the adventure in Dragon Ball was really fun. I actually... Oh my god, I hate that bug. Why does everything take so long to kill? Like, at the very least, if you're gonna have me take hits like bend over like a wet piece of paper, like, at the very least... Make things die right away. Master Roshi just blowing up the moon with zero repercussions to the earth in that moment. That was very fun. That I remember. Is there like a healing ability? There's a lot of silly... Oh, god damn it! There's a lot of silly shit in the original Dragon Ball. There's a lot of charm that Dragon Ball Z carries out all throughout until they get to Namek. After the first Super Saiyan stuff, that's when a lot of the Dragon Ball stuff kind of starts getting lost. Oh, fuck, finally. Well, the thing is, like, the thing about the humor that was re-added into the Buu saga is that it came out like at a weird time because it's like imagine if like you're watching a show that used to be one way, but people like most people that know Dragon Ball Z, I want to say like a good 60 to 70% have never seen the original Dragon Ball. So they don't know like what the show started as, or like the Dragon Ball started as. They just know Super Saiyans, Vegeta, and all these things. So most of the show, for like, it just has this tone that has like some humor, but most of it is like serious. We gotta train and kick ass. Like there's a lot of the humor, but it's not the original Dragon Ball humor, I don't think. Wish enemies wouldn't respawn. Daughter of a distant land will remain. That's what made Boo effective. Like a lot of people, he was scary because he was like chaos incarnate, but when he got serious, he was actually scary. The Boo saga is not. It's great. It's very memorable, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I think the Cell Saga is great. It's like a series high. Especially that moment where like Gohan becomes Super Saiyan 2. It's like, holy shit, it doesn't get any better than that. Although I still like the start of Dragon Ball Z. Ooh, Swift Step. Oh, now I have high jump. Nice. The beatdown he gave everyone and blowing up to bits by Vegeta, only to recombine by a bunch of smaller versions of himself from. Yeah, that part, that one was like. Fun fact, I was okay. So growing up, I wasn't really allowed to watch Dragon Ball because I don't know if you guys know this moment, but there's like a moment with Bobby D where like he gets blown up, but it's very violent. And while my brother and I were watching that, one of my parents, like, I can't remember if it was like my mom or my dad, walked in that moment, and they blocked the channel that was running. Dragon Ball at the time. It might have been Cartoon Network here. Oh, they're so cute. Oh yeah, the Piccolo legit fucking karate chops him in half. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Even though I was watching Rurouni Kenshin, which was arguably more violent, because it, like, the fun fact, in Latin America, most anime shows, they're not censored. They're just like, you know, however God intended them to be, that's how they existed here. Especially like shows like Ranma and a Half. That's how we watched them. So we need to see like the full version of everything. Oh, have you guys seen your recaps for, I remember my mom saying it was bad to play that Inuyasha game because of demons. Oh man, Inuyasha. I could never really get into Inuyasha. I know that that was like a huge thing for a lot of people, but I personally could never get into it. A little spider has fallen from its cage, so lost.
What's been?
Oh. Oh, damn it. Or, alright. It's personal now. I think I'm gonna go down, make sure that this thing. All right, hold on, let me focus. Oh shit. Ah, damn it. Alright, no fucking around. Damn it, I was so close. The walk back to this one isn't so bad. I was trying to be aggressive, but I guess I can't be aggressive. God damn it. Oh my god. God damn it! This fight is so shit. Oh my god. God damn it! I didn't even have a second to dodge that. God damn it! Oh, she does that attack immediately, like in the worst places possible. Oh my god. First try. Alright, how long do we have in this stream? I can do a couple more minutes. Barfields. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, get fucked. Holy shit. She has to be somewhere. Oh, okay, that was a waste. Oh, no, leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's over here. Oop. Okay, now I'm getting into the part where I'm getting worried. Oh, what's over here? Warding Bell. Holy Bell inscribed with a hymn of protection, shields the bearer as they bind their wounds. I wonder what that is. Is it like if I'm binding I'm a little worried what's down there. I wonder what that was. Oop. Oh, okay, I'm guessing I need the grappling hook. Don't have the grappling hook, so I can't do this part yet, I guess. Oh, I hope that's not a boss. How do I use this? Will there be a hornet drawing after this stream? Maybe. I already did Malo, so why not this? Also, how do I go up? That's one way. Oh. Hornet Dumpy? Yeah, that could work. Alright, well, not really what I wanted to do, but... It's not the way. Am I just stuck down here? No, right? There has to be like a way up. That, oh my god, that was extremely lucky. Oh my god! These jumps are so tight. Down here, right? It was down here. Yeah, there we go. I think the one thing keeping me from this game are the runbacks. I'm fine with them in 3D spaces like Souls games, but in 2D, yeah, the runback isn't the best. But it's, I don't know. This game was intentionally done with the runback, which is not something I admire from the devs, because it just feels, let's just add it because it makes the game harder. But like, to me, it just feels like it'll make the game harder, so let's add this kind of deal. And I'm not really a fan of like difficulty for the sake of difficulty, but what do I know? How did that not hit me? It just feels tedious at the point when you just want to learn to beat the boss. Yeah, I heard the final boss and walkback in this game is abysmal. Oh, no resting spot? Damn it. Oh, you bitch! How fucking dare you? Need a resting spot. Please, game. Friction, and friction can be good if it's the right. I mean, we'll probably see. I don't know that I will probably stream the full game, but I will try my very best to stream as much as I can. But this is the kind of game where, like, it's made with the purpose of being frustrating and difficult, and that's usually not very conducive, at least for me, for like a game that's streamable, because I'm not very patient with these kinds of games. Like, I've been doing all right. I've been, like, you know, doing like deep breaths, what have you. But it's generally not the best. I mean, the next game I want to stream is definitely Metroid Prime 4. I've been debating going back to playing Golden Sun 2, which I have not. Excellent! Great! Which I haven't gone back to. Like, I streamed it once, but then I never finished it. Same with my run of Final Fantasy VII for this year. The only issue with I wouldn't even say like the original Metroids, but with Prime in general, they don't have terrible runbacks, but there's a lot of backtracking. And not always a good kind. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's down. It's not like I have a choice. I don't know what to do here. The finishing Prime last night, definitely. Looking for those damn artifacts was annoying. The only benefit was that the only thing I don't like about Metroid in general is the accumulation of ammo. I feel like there is, like, there are, like, you get like a bajillion fucking missiles. And I wish a lot of the secrets were spent on something else. That's not really like a negative or a positive. It's just something I don't like. But that's mostly like a personal opinion kind of thing. Is he gonna come over? Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. It's just like the amount of missiles that you would accumulate. I'm not taking any fucking chances. Well, alright. I'm kind of stuck here. I don't know where to go. Oh, wow, okay. No, this is the... I wish there was some sort of healing. Or like a way to get a map, but... Over here, I couldn't go, so... Kinda stuck, I guess. There was a part that made me feel big brain when I used the power bomb in one of those glass tunnels. Yeah! That stuff is fun. Is there like no save station here? Oh my god. Oh fuck yeah.
Madon.
Verdastama.
Failed bugs brought me to your land. I seek them now for answers. These are bleak times, but a powerful stray like you could certainly cause some change. No love for that holy caste. I do. If you find us at low fields, you'll need some lift. Flexible spines.
Da, fenestra.
Oh, okay, so I don't have anything. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point. It's kind of my bedtime anyways. Well. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, this was fun. I'll try to stream tomorrow. I don't know, like maybe some animation mayhem or there's something else. But for now, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I have a longer day tomorrow as well. Try to get some work done. But yeah, happy Friday night or Saturday, I guess. And I will try to stream either tomorrow or Sunday. So I'll see you guys soon. Good night, y'all.